It's an interesting day, folks. The weather services describe what we have today as a light wintry mix. And when I left for work, I made it about 2 miles. And the defroster wasn't working too good on my car. And I hit the brakes and about slid off in the ditch. I turned around, came back home and called my boss and said, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. So, since we're here, we might as well continue on with our all-over plow projects. This hub, the races were, the press fit on those must have been really tight because they came out really hard. And I damaged this area here a little bit, which won't hurt anything as long as we get the burrs off and the races can seat flat. If we don't get the races to seat flat, then we're going to have a problem. But what I have here in my hot little hand, and here's the rest of them that come in the kit, they call those riffler files. And they are a throwback to the old days of die and mold making, so that you can file on areas that you can't get to with just a flat file. And for a job like this, I'm hoping that you guys can see this. I can get down in there and file that burr off of the step where the race seats. That's what I'm working at. I started trying to just use a stone, and I wasn't having a lot of success, and so I decided to go back in the house and dig up the rifflers. And I should say, I also drug a set of needle files out here because I drug that Kennedy toolbox out here yesterday, and we've got room for this kind of stuff, and it'll be better organized, and I won't have to go back in the house to find it in the future. So I have brought another Oliver coulter into the shop. It's not a joiner coulter, it's just a straight one. I'm not even sure what the story is on where it came from. We'll talk about that more when I get over to the other table where it's resting, but I kind of wanted to demonstrate these riffler files. The phone's ringing. I'm gonna talk to my Oliver plow guy, and I'll bring you back later. All right. Well, after the phone rang during the last segment, we got the health update. Mike is doing fine, for anybody that cares. I believe that I've got these areas worked down so the races will seat fine. This is another Oliver, excuse me, another Oliver coulter. It's a different style. It's not the joiner coulter. This is just a straight one. I'm not positive where I got this. It's possible this came with, I bought 2 565 plows off a man in southwest Iowa, and I think maybe this came with it as a spare part. At any rate, I'm going to take it apart, and we're going to see what it's got for bearings and how that compares to the other one. Since we just tore one apart the other day, I've got both guns out ready to go. And shouldn't take too long, we'll see. Naturally, we got to have one that wants to fight. Hey, more luck than sense. All right. Well, doesn't that look yummy? And let me tell you, it smells worse than it looks. Egad, folks. I don't know what they used for grease in here, but wow. By the looks of things, I'm going to guess that we have at least one non-shielded bearing in here. And this is the quest that I'm on. That joiner coulter had two shielded bearings, and I'm curious how these straight coulters compare. Yeah, we'll get that out later. It's not important. I'm telling you, that smell is just special. The smell kind of matches the color. If you can believe that, it does. It's wow. Well, I can see the shield on. I'm going to call that the outboard bearing. I think that's correct terminology. Okay. The actual coulter lifts off. We will set that down here. All right. Both bearings are shielded. This one came apart much easier than the other one. And I'm not going to do anything too fancy here, folks. I don't know. Maybe if I was ambitious. Yeah, if I was ambitious. Anyway, I guess I'm done with the impact wrenches. I'll take the damn earplugs out because I am kind of sensitive to trying to conserve that little bit of hearing I have left. Since I really don't know, this is just a spare part. it's not like I'm going to rebuild this. This was just a fact-finding tour. And it looks like we found the fact. Anyway, I may just clean this up. I don't know. I don't really even want to get into repacking the bearings too bad. But I might make sure that the Zerk channel is open, and if I can get grease through there, I'm going to put this back together, and I will clean it up some. I'm not going to go get a can of gas and soak the bearings or anything like that. I don't know if this will ever get used, is where I'm at with this. So there's no point in getting too crazy. But at the same time, it might get used, so we don't want it to be a big old piece of crap. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me deliberate, because I've done enough of that already. But anyway, I'm just going to call it here. We've talked long enough. Thanks for watching.